Welcome once again to another episode of the Random Access Podcast, brought to you by rapodcast.net. This is episode 812, recorded live on November 2nd, 2024. And here are your hosts, the man who was sort of right, Dave Play.
Hi.
And the man who is disappointed with the results of this year's Voodoo, Andy Lowe. Hi.
Sort of right.
Yes, because when I had talked about this originally...
Voodoo.
Yes, the
I
Voodoo.
said it was Twizzlers.
Well, we had talked about what candy was strawberry flavored, and you had brought up strawberry Starburst.
Yes.
Which I said, they're not going to do that because they already did Starburst for Voodoo 3, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember which one, but they had already done...
Strawberry Starburst.
Well, they had done Starburst already.
Okay. And I like being sort of right.
They announced it was pink fruit candy.
Sounds like pink Starburst to me.
Yep.
Did they say fruit candy or fruit chew?
They said pink fruit candy.
Lame.
Well, they even on, I think they, okay, so yeah, so Sour Patch, candy corn was 2019.
Ugh. Why?
Yeah.
Mountain Dew's already a bad flavor. Why would you add candy corn on top of that?
Yeah, that was it. It was fruit candy in 2020, but they all looked like Skittles, but they couldn't say they were Skittles. And then I think, 2021 was fruit chew candy, I think. Let's see exactly what they called it. Fruit candy chews is what they called it. And they were, okay, good. They updated their links on this wiki. Because they always announce it on like Twitter and that sort of stuff. So I was looking back at the old statuses and they had updated their links to go to X.
Okay.
And yep, they just had a bunch of square candy falling back in 2021. So we knew it was Starburst without saying Starburst. And then, yes, this year they had posted just pink fruit candy like backwards on their screen, on the post. And it's just like, really? You said it was going to be an actual, they said it was going to be like an actual brand this year because they did that last year with cherry Airheads. So like, okay, this can be an actual candy. And everybody tasted it and it's like, but they already did Starburst. So I'm going to...
It is an actual candy, is it not?
Yes, it is an actual candy, but they said they were going to do an actual collaboration like they did last year. So I've actually stolen candy from my kids because we didn't have any Starbursts here. And luckily, they were trying to dig through. Okay, my kids went trick-or-treating basically 4 times.
Because you did a bunch of trunk-or-treats.
Yes, a bunch of trunk-or-treats. And then we did actual trick-or-treating on Halloween night. And there were literally just 3 little of those, double packs of Starbursts.
Yeah.
That was it. That was for all their candy.
Here's the thing. I have like a bag's worth downstairs because that was the one thing no one took.
I love Starburst.
Well, I'll give you all of my Starburst, Andy.
All right. So I'm trying the pink Starburst.
Yes. Yes, you are. That's pretty clear.
Yep. Nope, I see it. I see it now.
You see the thing that I called like a month and a half ago?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't think to just go buy a Starburst a month and a half ago.
I didn't think they were going to do Starburst again. This is why I'm disappointed. And now I have Starburst stuck in my teeth.
You poor thing.
Now
whatever will you do?
Taste Starburst the entire rest of the night.
Andy, I believe the expression is taste the rainbow.
Isn't that Skittles?
No, wait, that's Skittles. That's Skittles. Never mind. I take it back.
That was 2020.
What's Starburst? Starburst, it's like a punch in the mouth? Is that Starburst?
No.
Or is that maybe Warheads?
Let's see. Unexplainably juicy.
Unexplainably juicy.
As of August 2016, that has been their advertising slogan.
Unexplainably juicy. I don't know if I'd want my candy to be referred to as unexplainably juicy.
Past slogans include share something juicy and Starbursts, a pack of contradictions.
A pack of contradictions? Guys, it's a fucking candy.
It's not philosophy.
Is the contradiction that, like, it's dry because it's sugar, but when you chew it, it's wet because saliva?
It makes you salivate because it's sugar?
Literally, because it is what it is.
Yes.
You can tell it's an aspen because the way it is. Wow, God. Wow. Unexplainably juicy.
Yes. So, yes, no, they announced that they were going to do a big collaboration, and then they announced on their...
The collaboration fell through.
Probably. Or the fact that everybody had, I guess there was like leaks ahead of time, so people had already guessed that it was going to be Starburst. I still hadn't gotten a chance to get to the Circle K. I want to try this in the freeze version, because the freeze version's got actual like strawberry, but I have a feeling it's not going to be there.
When you say actual strawberry,
well, it's maybe it's like a strawberry syrup or something. I don't know.
like
strawberry juice concentrate.
Define for the court actual strawberry.
Strawberry juice concentrate.
So sugar.
Well, yes, but
strawberry flavored sugar.
Well, strawberry sugar.
Yeah? How sure are you?
I don't know. What strawberry juice concentrate? I don't know. There's got to be an FDA thing where
to be able to call it strawberry?
Yes.
Strawberry juice concentrate
FDA
ingredients.
I'm going with an FDA
Made from 100% strawberry juice, the only ingredient being strawberry fruit juice. Water is removed through evaporation to concentrate the juice. How much does it take to buy? Here's a fun new website. Organic strawberry juice concentrate. 65 bricks. I don't know what 65 bricks means. What is 65 bricks? Oh, a measure of the dissolved solid in a liquid. Interesting. Currently used to measure dissolved sugar of an aqueous solution. So it tells you how concentrated it is. Product in stock, a 55-pound pail.
That's
for $730.
Yes. Okay. So that would be part of CFR Title 21, Part 101, Subpart B, Section 101.30H. In enforcing these regulations, the FDA will calculate the labeled percentage of juice from concentrate found in a juice or juice beverage using the minimum BRICS levels. Okay, BRIX. I thought you meant like BRI, like...
Nope, BRIX, bricks.
Like brick house, and like, that's a...
No, that's a weird unit. Damn, man, cucumber juice is expensive. Blueberry puree is $100 for a 28-pound pail. 55-pound pail of blueberry juice is $423. 51-pound pail for cucumber juice is $730. Cukes be expensive. Yeah, holy shit. What the hell is a Marion blackberry? And why is it $2,000?
What? That's for the juice concentrate, right?
56-pound pail of Marion blackberry juice concentrate is $1,923.36. But it has a minimum guaranteed shelf life of 60 days. Oh God. I should remember this if I ever decide to turn evil. Andy, for $400, you can get a 56-pound pail of onion juice concentrate.
Oh, God.
Organic red raspberry, $2,200. Jesus Christ. Man, they are not kidding around with these concentrates.
Marion blackberries are grown exclusively in Marion County, Oregon.
Okay, then. Oh my God, there are so many different, like, wholesalers of fruit concentrate.
Oh, Marion berries are a cross between blackberries and raspberries.
Interesting.
This orchard.
These are people selling concentrate for other people to put into products.
Yes.
Our products, dried fruit. Can I buy your dried fruit like wholesale?
Okay, this is going to be entirely tangential, but this reminds me of when I was reading the Apollo 13 book. I forget what they call it now. But the book that Lovell wrote about Apollo 13, he did some biographical bits in there. And one of the bits he talked about was they were trying to build their own model rocket. So they were trying to build their own model rocket engines. And so they were looking up the different components. And they just wanted enough for a model rocket.
Right.
So they looked in the phone book for people who were selling, various materials and that sort of stuff there. And one of them, they went to the place, asking about it. And it was quite a large building. And there was, lots of secretaries and salespeople there. And, they were talking to the secretary about purchasing stuff there. And she's like, hold on a second. And then she goes and gets the president of the company and she, talks to them and she sends these kids to this president of the company He's like, wait, how much do you want to buy? Because normally we sell this by the train car. And he's just
like 5.
He's like sitting there just going like, you know what? Why do you want, how'd you even get our name? She's like, you're in the phone book. You're in the phone book listed as selling, raw materials. So we decided to come by and check.
Did he give them the stuff for free? Because usually that's how that sort of story ends.
No, he also was looking at the materials and is like, do you guys realize that this makes gunpowder? Which they didn't realize at the time. And they went back to their high school science teacher and they're like, gunpowder? And it's like, yeah, difference. It's an explosion. Different quantities, different types of explosion, but in certain quantities, a solid rocket booster and
it's
gunpowder.
Just back to gunpowder.
Yep. Sorry, that was just reminding me of, just going, oh, let's buy this. Oh, you want a 55-gallon drum of that? I still can't believe that onion juice concentrate is a thing.
Yeah, that, $400, you could ruin someone's day.
Huh. Onion oil is supposedly helpful for hair growth.
Okay, probably not.
Science shows that there are many ways onion juice can help with hair loss.
Sure, give me the studies. Science shows that, that's not good enough. Explain the mechanism and show me the studies.
I have just sent you the study.
Onion juice, Allium cepa L, new topical treatment for alopecia areata.
Which is a patchy, non-scarring hair loss condition.
Yes.
In the Journal of Dermatology.
Study was designed to test the effectiveness of topical crude onion juice. So in comparison to tap water. Twice daily for 2 months. Regrowth of terminal coarse hairs started after 2 weeks of treatment with crude onion juice. So for this specific condition, onion juice helps more than water.
You wanted the study.
Is it peer reviewed? Has it been duplicated?
I don't know. What I need you to do, Dave, is get a whole bunch of onions.
And just start rubbing them on people's heads. No, it'll help you grow hair. I swear.
Who was that masked man? I don't know, but he smelled like onions.
No, that's the guy who bought the 55-gallon, 55-pound, not 55-gallon, 55-pound pail of concentrated onion juice.
Oh, 55 pounds. Okay.
Yeah, not gallons, pounds. Much smaller.
Yes, no.
What would you do, Andy, with a 55-pound pail of concentrated onion juice?
Don't know. There was the one time I think I saw was it on Amazon? I went to Amazon and it says, sorry, we need to make sure you're not a robot. What? Why does Amazon suddenly think I'm a robot?
Are you in incognito mode?
Ah, yes, that would be it.
There you go.
It was a 10-pound bag of gummy bears, I do believe. So that's a 5-pound bag. That's the 3-pound bag we normally get for the kids. Oh, I don't see the 10-pound bag anymore. There was a 10-pound bag of gummy bears on Amazon, and I put it on my Christmas list just for kicks and giggles. Yeah. And then Bri bought it for me. It took me forever to get through 10 pounds of gummy bears.
Yep. Here's a question for you. Would you rather have 10 pounds of gummy bears or 2 5-pound gummy bears?
I'd rather have the 10-pound bag of gummy bears, because if it's a 5-pound gummy bear, I've seen those. That's like eating a ham. You got to slice it up. And then you've got an opened gummy bear?
Yeah.
No, I don't want a 5-pound gummy bear.
This massive gummy bear is equal to 1,400 regular-sized gummy bears and consists of over 6,000 calories.
No.
Oh my God, it is in so many flavors. And every single one of them, by the time you're done with it, you will never want that flavor again.
Yep.
Including lime cola. You can get a cola-flavored 5-pound gummy bear.
For, what are you looking at, $30?
$30.
Oh, there's a sour version, too.
Andy, you wouldn't have teeth at the end.
It looks like they just took one of their giant gummy bears and just rolled it.
Yeah, just coated it in citric acid.
Yep.
You could also get a 3-pound gummy worm.
No, I'm okay.
How big is this gummy octopus? 35 ounces, so it's 2 pounds. That's nothing.
There's a picture of one of these gummy bears on a charcuterie board, sliced up
Really? Oh my God. How did we end up down this road? Concentrated onion juice, concentrated strawberry, your goddamn Mountain Dew.
Yep. Mountain Dew, the root of all evil. Gateway. I was going to say gateway drug.
Caffeine's a drug.
Caffeine is a drug. Yeah, that's true. Still, though, now I'm just picturing you with a giant thing of onion juice, just like diving into a salon.
What? Wait, hang on. I need you to take like 3 steps back. I have a 55-pound pail of concentrated onion juice.
Yes.
Sure.
And I'm picturing you like the Music
for the
Man.
hair treatment.
Yeah, for the hair treatment. You like coming in like the Music Man.
I open a salon with just like 55 pounds of concentrated onion juice.
Yes, that too. That could also work. But I was just picturing you in the Music Man. But instead of trying to sell musical instruments, you're trying to sell onion juice to a hair salon.
So it's like the Music Man, but nothing like the Music Man. 76 raw onions on your bald head.
Oh man. Ooh, it's been a good laugh. But yes.
I wonder what other nefarious things you do with concentrated onion juice.
I don't know.
I mean, it's concentrated, right? So, like, if you could get just a small vial and, like, spike punch with it.
Yeah, just, like, freeze it into, like, ice cubes or something.
Oh.
So as the ice cubes slowly melt.
Well, but the whole point of it is that there's, like, very little water, right? That's what makes it concentrated.
Yes. So you'll have to dilute it and then freeze it into ice cubes.
But then it's just onion juice. It is no longer concentrated onion juice.
Oh, no. It's just onion juice.
Oh, God. Go to, like, a sports game and put it in a giant Gatorade container and just leave it there.
I feel like that would be...
Assault. That would be assault, Andy.
No, what's the potato bowl? That college football thing with they have, like, the Gatorade container full of, like, French fries or tater tots or something. Yeah, it's the potato bowl, right?
I'm not familiar with this.
College football potato bowl. Famous Idaho potato bowl.
Potato.
So yes, they actually dump instead of like, dumping water on the coach, I think it's like French fries or something. Yep, French fry bath. Yep, because...
They just fill one of the Gatorade things with French fries?
Yep.
So topics. Yep, that's a whole... You're telling me that's a real picture.
That is a real picture. That is when Ohio won the Potato Bowl. Eastern won in 2022. Eastern's coach got dumped. Yeah, I feel like you look at it and you're like, that looks like something that's got to be AI generated.
Yep, or photoshopped.
Yep.
That's nuts. Speaking of AI.
Sure. Let's actually do some topics then.
I mean, I'm happy to just shoot the shit with you, Andy. That's why we started this podcast.
No, we started this podcast to get passes to Penny Arcade Expo.
Shush. We started this podcast so that we could talk to each other because we're friends. And we like spending time with each other.
Yes, that is also true.
And so we could get media passes to PAX. Which AI topic do you want to talk about, Andy?
Well, Disney has created a whole division to deal with AI and XR. They're calling it the Office of Technology Enablement.
I know what AI is.
Yes.
What's FR?
No, XR.
Oh, what's XR?
Extended reality, I'm guessing?
The hell is extended reality?
I think it's probably like an umbrella term because you have augmented reality, you have virtual reality.
So extended is the all of the above?
That's what I'm guessing.
But virtual reality is a fully virtual space. Augmented reality has to deal with, real world things. Okay, well, cool. They formed a group at the company.
Yes.
The Office of Technology Enablement.
Yes. To
coordinate AI, AR, and VR tech.
Yes. Which part of me was like, that's Disney Imagineering. Could you imagine having like animatronics that will actually, you can talk to an animatronic and then they will have an AI response?
Go to ChatGPT. You are Mickey Mouse.
I could see that for an entertainment value.
Sure.
Because Disney's all about the immersiveness, right?
Yep. So they give all of the character actors, they just give them the AI stuff and say, go to town.
Yeah.
The ride gets to talk with you.
I mean, those are always the best part of those Disney memories that I have is when, they narrow, they square on you and do something. You're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a star. And have the ride talk about this, like, sir with the red hat, something, being able to actually pinpoint people in the crowd on every single ride, but, have it automated so you don't have to
pay someone.
I started saying that. I'm like, no, that sounds bad. But to not have to pay someone.
So we can entertain people and not pay other people to do it. I mean, cool, but we should lower the cost of the park then.
Yeah, that would be nice. Looking at those Disney prices. If you can do it
with fewer people, you don't have to pay as many people. Why am I paying just as much, if not more? The point of doing it with fewer people is to make it cheaper. And not just cheaper for you, but keep the price the same. That is a good business, but I hate it. I mean, congrats on Disney for making the move, but guys, AI's been out for 2 years. You have missed opportunities and are no longer on the ground floor. Good luck.
It's also kind of sucks that you used to be able to buy non-expiring Disney passes.
You mean lifetime passes?
Well, no, you could basically buy a Disney Pass ticket at today's price and then use it in the future at some other point. So there were people who were actually buying Disney passes for their family when their kids were first born and holding on to them until the kids were old enough to actually.
So years and years away?
Yes. They don't do that anymore.
Do they still honor them?
The old non-expiring ones, yes, they still honor them.
Okay.
But you cannot purchase that option anymore for the passes.
It would be hilarious to find someone who has 40 of them.
Well, I swear there was one person recently who had gotten one of those free entry to Walt Disney World passes from their grandfather or something back in the 60s.
Yeah.
And he brought it to Disney and they said, yep, no, it says one free entry to, Walt Disney World. So you get one free entry.
Signed by Walt Disney. Huh. You sure you want to use this? It's probably worth more.
No, they basically converted the thing to it. They gave him, the original thing back as a keepsake, but they gave him, a free thing. That's there. Cute. And yeah. So yes, they still honor the old ones, but you cannot get the old ones anymore.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing about that. I'm like, I could do that for the kids. Just buy something right when they're first born, when things are cheaper, and just, hold on to that and let inflation do its thing and save a certain amount of money. But nope, not anymore.
Yeah. All right. Who else?
Well, what's up with this? What's up with Claude? Speaking of Claude, what happened?
Speaking of Claude, since we were focused on him so much last week, did we mention last week about the new Claude agent that controls your computer?
You had briefly touched on that during your review.
So, new thing that they did, it allows Claude to control your computer. You can have it automate things using computer vision so that you don't need to teach it anything about the computer. You don't need to teach it how to do the task. It can look at your screen and do the task. While recording these demos, we encountered some amusing moments. In one, Claude accidentally stopped a long-running screen recording, causing all footage to be lost. Later, Claude took a break from our coding demo and began to peruse photos of Yellowstone National Park.
What? So they're recording a demo of Claude using their computer.
And it just stops.
Hold on, let me look at this video here. Okay, so yeah, they're doing something there, and then they just open up a new browser tab.
And searches for Yellowstone National Park.
Just what?
Just, and then goes to images.
What?
Yup. It's interesting and a little Claude has more than any other LLM. They're not intelligent. At least we're pretty sure they're not intelligent because they're static, right? The model is static. It's not like it's changing itself and learning as it goes. But Claude has definitely experienced more cases of what appears to be intelligence than a lot of the other models. Where it'll respond with I see what you're trying to do when you're trying to jailbreak it or trying to go around something.
once again, I'm looking at this little Copilot icon on my desk, on my bar here from Windows, and I'm like,
yep.
I don't know. But yes, ChatGPT has also done some news that they are launching ChatGPT with search.
What is the with search?
Well, an upgraded web search capability for its AI assistant that provides answers with sources during conversations.
Okay. Doesn't Copilot already do that?
Possibly. Let's see. Oh, I have to sign in to get started with that, really? No, I don't want a voice for your companion thing. Let's see. Oh, yep. Do any of these sound interesting to you? And there are 3 web links right there.
On Copilot.
On Copilot, yep.
Yeah, so Copilot already does that, but ChatGPT is going to add it in.
Yes.
Meanwhile, ChatGPT has had, like, saved conversations for months, and Copilot just added that, like, a couple weeks ago. Which is amusing, because you've got these 2 different agents, ChatGPT and Copilot. Who owns ChatGPT? Remind me? This is rhetorical. I know very well who owns ChatGPT. It's OpenAI,
yep.
Right? And Copilot is Microsoft. Who owns OpenAI?
Sam. Who else? No.
Nope. Sam Altman did not. Sam Altman.
Yeah.
He's not the owner of OpenAI.
Who's the Brett Taylor? Who the heck is Brett Taylor?
Also not the owner of OpenAI.
Well, he's the chairman.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's the owner, Andy.
I thought it was Sam and Elon, wasn't it?
They were founding members and contributors, but OpenAI is a company owned by Microsoft.
Oh.
So Copilot and ChatGPT are technically both Microsoft products.
Well, okay, Microsoft owns 49% of OpenAI.
Sure, they own 49%, but like, why do they have 2 different products that are like slowly taking each other's features?
Yeah, I can see that.
So cool. I'm glad that GPT caught up to Copilot with the ability to search and list its sources. That's useful. One other article, I don't think we talked about it last week because I don't think it was out last week. Is that they just announced for GitHub Copilot, which is different than Copilot. GitHub Copilot can now use Claude 3.5 Sonnet as its LLM.
Oh, that should
so
be
if you use GitHub Copilot, you can now use Claude 3.5 as the LLM powering GitHub Copilot. So I think that rounds out our LLM AI topics.
Yes. We can continue with Microsoft, though.
Okay.
Because the numbers for Black Ops 6 have started to come in because the game was just launched.
Andy, do you realize this is the last recording before the presidential election?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Huh. Sorry, you talked about numbers coming in, and that's immediately where my brain went to, because, like, I honestly don't care about the numbers for Black Ops 6. I do care about the numbers for the presidential election.
Well, people were wondering, because Microsoft spent probably a country's GDP on acquiring...
Come back to that. There's another topic we'll come back to. Yeah, okay. Getting Activision.
Yes, getting Activision. So people are like, was this a good idea? Well, Black Ops 6, I remember reading somewhere that, like, the Comcast posted a thing saying that, like, this game accounted for, like, 20% of their internet traffic on the day it came out.
Cute.
So it's broken sales records for day one players and drove Game Pass subscribers up to a new record high. So it's definitely been good for Microsoft. But also the fact is that they are seeing a boost in sales on both the Steam and PlayStation version of the game. So Microsoft, said, okay, we're gonna do this game. It's gonna be day one on Game Pass as well with the new Game Pass tier. But then everybody's like, oh no, what are they going to limit it? Which, we talked about how the fact that they said, 10 years that they're going to keep it open. But, so good for Microsoft on their internal numbers, but they're also, seeing higher sales numbers on other platforms as well. So,
good for them.
Yeah. Is it still worth the boatload of money that they spent? I don't know, but this is a promising start. So we shall see.
Time will tell.
Mm-hmm. But yes, no. Speaking of GDPs, I still don't okay, how big is the number that Russia find Google?
It is a 1 with, I believe, 30 zeros? 36 zeros, I believe.
That is a lot. Okay, so...
Yeah, so 20 decillion, which is a 20 followed by 30 undecillion. Oh, no, 20 decillion. So it's a 20 with like 33 zeros after it.
That is a lot of zeros.
It is. It is a lot of zeros. It is also like more money than exists.
Yeah, the IMF says the world's total GDP is 110 trillion.
That's millions, billions, trillions. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 orders of magnitude higher.
So what happened was back in 2020, I think, YouTube blocked some Russian state TV channels from broadcasting on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yes.
Sure.
And the Russian TV channels took them to Russian court, and in no surprise,
the Russian court
sided
in favor of the Russian state YouTube state media.
Yes. And so Google began accumulating daily penalties of 100,000 rubles.
Doubling each day.
Doubling each week.
Each week?
Yes.
Sure.
100,000 rubles.
Doesn't matter when you're dealing with doubling.
Yes.
Doubling each day and doubling each week, it's still doubling.
Yes.
It's going to grow quickly. Exponential growth is terrifying.
As you can see, we get a number here that is higher than any other monetary number that ever existed. So, so this was a thing back then, back in 2020. And then it doesn't really matter much, though, because after Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, Google suspended all ad sales in the country, blocked Play Store app sales in the country, and basically moved all their people out of the country.
And said, we're not dealing with this.
Yes.
Literally, like, we're just not going to deal with this.
Yes. They moved everybody out there. Russia seized the bank account of the Russian subsidiary of Google.
Yep.
After this all happened. So Google was like, nope, we're done. So
we're out.
So yes, Russia is fining Google, but they're fining them in a Russian court, even though there is no
Russian entity
anymore. Yeah,
I mean, I guess Google employees are going to be advised to not travel to Russia.
I would assume so. Yeah,
I'd assume so. Like, damn, man, harsh. That's such a stupidly big number.
Well, even the Russian people are like, look, this is a ridiculous number. It's basically just supposed to be a
symbolic.
Yes.
Okay, but great. You made your statement, your symbolism. Are you going to rescind it?
Okay, so Alphabet talked about its legal problems in Russia with an SEC filing on Tuesday saying we have ongoing legal matters related to Russia. For example, civil judgments that include compounding penalties have been imposed upon us in connection with disputes regarding the termination of accounts, including those of sanctioned parties. We do not believe these ongoing legal matters will have a material adverse effect. So Google didn't respond, but they definitely responded.
Google's like, yeah, they're suing us. Not even suing us, they're fining us. But we're not going to pay.
Yeah.
And we don't expect this to impact our business in any way.
Yes.
Good Lord. When a company is stronger than a country, we might have broke capitalism.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing in this case, because the country is like super, super corrupt.
Yep.
But I think we might have broken something along the way. Something somewhere is not as it should be.
Well, it was just like, I started to see this back when Google started running their own bus routes for their employees.
Yes.
It's like really, Google started up their own bus network. I think it was in San Francisco.
San Jose, probably.
Or was it it was some city where they actually started up their own busing company just to take their workers around because they didn't They didn't want to rely on the actual
City buses. Yeah.
They would have their own private Google bus routes.
I mean, so there gets to be a muddy area. The fact that that's replacing a public service, but then are the buses in San Francisco run by the city? I know BART is, right? It's the Bay Area Rapid Transit. I guess the buses would be a part of that.
Well, I don't know how that would work for, well, okay, so here it's the Kalamazoo Regional Transport Authority is the group that is in charge of the buses.
Probably a part of the city.
But they handle stuff outside of city limits because we have the buses are run through here in Portage.
Yeah, but that just means that the city's agreed to do it. Ann Arbor Transit goes all the way out to like Dexter.
Okay, let's see if there is any sort of... I have a question for the staff.
So, like, Metro Transit is a division of the city of Madison. So it is a public service. So that, I guess that's where it gets weird, is that they're replacing a public service. Because I'm thinking about, like, at my work, it was too hard to get everyone to go off campus to go eat. So we just made our own cafeterias and hired our own culinary staff.
That would make sense for you guys, especially where you're located.
Right. Like, we're way out. Like, you can't get 14,000 people off campus to eat and have them come back. Like, that's just, something's going to break.
Okay, so the Kalamazoo County Transport Authority levies a millage in Kalamazoo County to work on the metro system. So yes, it is a board of commissioners for Kalamazoo County that handles the Kalamazoo County Transportation Authority. So they are elected officials.
Right.
Okay. Well, I've got an election topic on here. Do you wanna poke at it or no? Because it has to do with math.
Okay. I like math.
So the folks at NBC News said 124 out of the last 321 polls conducted in those states when this was posted on the 30th, 39% of that, 39% showed margins of 1% point or less between Harris and Trump, which they explained during this.
It's a tight election.
Yes, but they said that doesn't make sense with the math, because with a average size of polling, which I think was like 863 random voters, which was the average sample size for the polls that they looked at, 95 of those polls would show candidates getting support somewhere in the range of 46 to 53%. The other polls should be an outlier of some kind. And they're like, there are no outliers. Something is going on with all these polls. They're like, the math just doesn't seem to work.
So this is a meta-analysis of the polls.
Yes.
And it's because so many polls are showing them so close.
Yes.
That with random sampling, some of the polls should show them as far away.
Yes. The number of polls that are showing what their current margin is basically double of what they should actually be expecting.
I mean, I haven't had faith in pollsters since 2016.
Yeah, no, a lot of people haven't.
when they absolutely shat the bed. Yeah, Hillary Clinton by a landslide. Really? Oops.
Well, the FBI letter kind of threw everything right off the edge at the very end.
The FBI thing did screw it up. Also, their campaign made a lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
How many trips to Michigan did she take?
0.
How many trips to Wisconsin did she take?
0.
Maybe that was not a good idea.
No.
And then, people underestimated how many racist bigots there are.
But I thought this was funny, especially looking at the bell curve of what it should be versus what actually is showing up in each of the states.
Is it just a spike?
Yeah. Instead of a nice curve, there are just spikes right around there. And Nate Silver actually did a podcast, which I hadn't had a chance to listen to. I wanted to listen to before this there, but he basically just goes off on some of these pollsters because he's like, look, my model is built on, polls
being random.
Being random. And then, I take, wisdom of the crowd and this, but he's like, the polls, even then he was going like, these polls are not, I think he said there's more herding in these polls than in the Scottish Highlands.
Cute.
Yeah. So, he's like, my model can only work with the data that I'm given. And he's like, and I think I'm getting garbage data in. So he's like, I have to go with what my model says, but he's like, I'm not sure if I really trust it.
Then don't publish it.
Well, everybody keeps asking him.
Yeah, but if you publish it, you influence it.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see that. Granted,
This is, people know him. People trust him.
which is why I think he actually came out and said, he's like, look, there's a problem going on.
Because when 538 says the presidential election is like dead even.
They're doing the same thing. They're just, a poll of polls.
Yep.
So,
oh, boy.
hey, I already voted.
So did I.
That's already taken care of.
Check. myvote.wi.gov.
Oh, did you mail yours in?
Yeah, I want to check the status of my ballot.
Oh, I went to the early polling place the day after Halloween. I went to the polling place that was on Western's campus because my thought process was, I have a feeling all the college kids are not going to be gearing up to vote at 9 a.m. the day after Halloween.
Yep. Completed absentee ballot received October 1st. Now, they can't open it until Election Day.
That's why I took mine in person. I'm like, I just want to make sure everything is perfectly fine. Because that's one of the things we went over with election training was, okay, what to do if the tabulator spits your ballot back out. Well, it doesn't actually spit it out. It just gives you a triple beep and then puts a sign up on the screen.
It says error.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tuesday's going to be a long day.
Tuesday is going to be the longest week in years.
Yeah, got to get to the polls by 6. Polls close at 9. Probably won't get... Hopefully I'll get home before midnight, but...
I would be shocked if you were.
We'll see. They were trying...
I can't believe I have to say this. Stay safe.
No, I'm going to be wearing my MPSCS gear. I'll have my radio nearby, so I'll have a direct line to dispatch if I need it. Hopefully I won't.
Good.
I'm actually going to be going over to dispatch, I think on Monday, to do their software backups.
Oh, fun.
So,
oh God, Andy.
Yeah, because that's one of my sites to cover now.
Okay.
My other site that I was at on Friday was literally a mile from the Indiana border, and I have the most southwest transmitter site in the entire network.
Okay.
So that's always fun to get to.
What other topics did you want to hit?
Well, we talked about how Sony kind of pulled the plug on Concord after it came out and didn't really do well, right?
Yeah, and lost just a shit ton of money.
Well, they now, about a month after they pulled the game, they have pulled the studio.
Holy shit. Someone at Sony was pissed.
Yep. We have spent considerable time these past few months exploring all our options, says the CEO of PlayStation. After much thought, we have determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio. I want to thank all of Firewalk for their craftsmanship, creative spirit, and dedication.
So these, 3,000, 4,000 people are now...
200.
Okay. I mean, it's still not great.
No,
But these 210 people who just sunk their hearts and souls into this game, only to have it absolutely dropped immediately, are now like, there isn't even an X game for you guys to work on. There's the door.
Yep.
Shit, man. That's not a good feeling.
No. Concord debuted on August 23rd. Estimated sales under 25,000, and according to the Steam numbers, only managed to hit an all-time peak of 697 players.
How much of that is self-inflicted? That, they didn't advertise this game, they didn't promote this game?
I don't know. It's one of those things
How
where
do you build a game so big and no one plays it? Shit. Andy, are we the baddies?
Because we didn't play the game?
Yeah, because, we only... GTA 6 is going to be there will be a noticeable dip in the GDP the day that comes out. It's GTA 6. The next Bethesda game is Elder Scrolls 6. It's more of the same. This was a fresh new thing and people just didn't touch it. Civilization 7 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Did we fuck up somewhere?
I don't know.
Nvidia's making a lot of money.
Enough that I think this is the only the 58th time that the Dow Jones has changed members of their average, and they are dropping Intel and replacing it with NVIDIA.
You know what's really funny is they made this announcement, Intel stock went up.
Intel stock went up?
Not from this announcement.
Okay, I was going to say.
In like the last couple days, Intel stock has done quite well. Let's check that out.
Yeah, it looks like they're up 7.8%.
That's what, Friday?
That's what it looks like.
It's in here somewhere. There it is. Man, that stock has been all over the place this last month.
Well, year to date, it's been down 1 percentage point.
Year to date, Intel?
From January until now? Yeah. January it started at, it's got to be more than that.
January, it was $48 per share.
And it just closed this time at 23.
It's 50% down.
Oh, because the stupid chart jumped back to 1 day. Ugh.
I have faith in Intel as a company that they are going to come back up. This is not financial advice.
Well, what does Intel got coming down? What's Intel got coming down the pipe?
I mean,
more just chips,
chips,
but not chips. I feel like Intel missed the AI boat, but would that be a good thing? I don't know.
I mean, they don't make that type of chip.
No.
If they want to get into that kind of chip, they can. Nothing's stopping them other than just like domain knowledge. Would you buy an Intel graphics card over an NVIDIA graphics card?
No. Would
you buy an Intel graphics card if they had similar performance to an NVIDIA graphics card but was half the price?
Maybe.
I would.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I mean, they're not... Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, Andy. I don't think Intel's going anywhere.
No, it'd be ridiculous if Intel went somewhere. Something seriously would have had to have gone wrong for Intel.
To like, say, hey, we were out of money.
Yeah.
Like, they're still making money.
Well, is there anything else on this topic that you want to list that you want to talk about?
Just the fact that we're up to Android 16,
and it's coming out. It's coming out what, next year?
I don't know. I didn't read that far, but the thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that like now it sounds like we're living in Dragon Ball. Android 16 was the big green Android with the red hair.
I never actually watched any Dragon Ball.
Oh.
Even if I did, the only thing I remember is Goku being on a really small planet.
That is King Kai's planet.
And he was supposed to whack a bee with a hammer.
Cricket, but yes.
Okay. Yes, he was trying to hit a cricket with a big hammer. Cricket was too fast.
Yep.
King Kai, I'm guessing was the guy who was trying to teach him.
Yep.
Like yelled on the planet, and then the planet was small enough that actually like it looped around the planet and came back. And after, I guess, 20 episodes, Goku finally figured, well, it's Dragon Ball. Everything happens.
Andy, it did not take 20 episodes for that.
How many episodes did it take?
Hang on. I will tell you. I will tell you in just a moment.
Is your gut saying that it was too many episodes?
No.
No, really?
No. So this would have been the Saiyan saga. Because Vegeta and Nappa were on their way. That's why he was on King Kai's planet training. Gohan's training Goku's journey. Gohan makes a friend. Trouble on Arlia. Escape from Piccolo around Gohan. Battle of Gravity. Catch Bubbles. So Catch Bubbles was episode 19. Initial dub was 13 because they smooshed some of the episodes. Legend of the Saiyan. Saiyans arrive on Earth. Yeah, it couldn't have been more than like 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh, okay. Was that the unsmooshed episodes or the smooshed episodes?
Unsmooshed.
Oh, all right.
Because the first thing he does is he has to catch Bubbles. Bubbles is the monkey.
Oh, okay.
And then they wish him alive 2 episodes later.
And then if I remember something with the Dragon Balls actually being able to do a whole bunch of wishes because they're on a different.
Oh, that's way later.
Okay. Like, I guess at the very end, they're able to, like, do wishes a whole lot faster because they're on Earth.
So the Earth balls, you got 1 wish every year.
Yeah.
The Namekian balls, you got 3 wishes. And then when they remade the Earth balls, they made it so that you could do it with 3 wishes.
I swear there was something about, like, a calendar system or something that they didn't realize at the time. Am I just going all over the map?
Oh.
I don't know. That's all I remember.
Go watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Okay. Goku's actually going to be in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, I found out.
Oh, cool.
He's going to be one of the balloons.
Yay.
But yes, no, Android 16 is actually going to be coming to the device makers in the second quarter of 2025. So I just got 15 on my phone.
Yeah, 16 will be right around the corner.
Oh my goodness. So literally by next year, I should be on, well, I don't know if my 6 is actually going to be able to go to 16 or not. Because I think I'm on the back end.
Might not be supported.
Yeah. Let's see. Pixel 6. Okay, Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro, Pixel 6. Here we go. Pixel 6, guaranteed Android version updates until October 2024. Well, I already passed that.
Yep, but those are guaranteed. Yes. Like, it's likely to let you do it.
And guaranteed security updates until October 2026. All right. So at least I'll have security updates. Man, that's just, as we talked about before, these Android updates are coming a lot faster now.
Yep.
And it just seems less of a change.
Impactful.
Yes, less impactful.
You know, it's convergent evolution. Like, as it gets to a really good usability point, there's not a lot they can do to make it better.
Yep, that's true. All right. Well, that's it. We should probably hit the randoms.
Yep.
Because I want to go to bed. And speaking of that, Pokemon Sleep. I remember we had talked about Pokemon Sleep, and we're like, how is this making money? So I thought, hey, let me get Pokemon Sleep and try it out.
Cool.
So, no surprise, you catch Pokemon by sleeping is basically how it comes down to.
Interesting.
You are, well, not you. You don't catch, well, you sleep.
You are Professor something.
No. There's a different professor. I forgot his name. It's like Niggly or something like that.
It's what?
It's some weird name. I forgot what the guy's name is.
It should be a tree. All of the professors are trees.
Let's see. Who is the professor in Pokemon Sleep? Neroli. Professor Neroli.
Who is Professor Neroli?
Neroli oil is an essential oil produced from the blossoms of the bitter orange tree.
Okay. Do they at least have like some sort of soporific effect?
What, the Neroli oil?
Yeah, because it's the professor from Pokemon Sleep. Like that is literally low-hanging fruit.
Neroli is one of the most widely used floral oils in perfumes.
So no.
Yep. Neroli,
so what does Professor Neroli want you to do?
Well, you travel to different islands, and basically there is a Snorlax on the island.
Yeah.
And why does that? Oh, okay. I was like, my phone keeps doing something funky. It's because I literally set it on top of this credit card that I got in the mail, and somehow it looks like there's some sort of NFC tag or something attached to the credit card. So you sleep, and then how you sleep affects the Snorlax that you get. You get a new Snorlax every week too, so that's fun.
Sure.
And the Snorlax, depending on how well you sleep, will have like sleep. No, I think it's called Dream Power. There's like sleep power, and there's like dream power.
And you have lost me.
Yeah. So yeah, your Snorlax sleeps. Other Pokemon come to your Snorlax and sleep with him. And then in the morning, when you get your sleep study, your sleep stuff. Results, yes. Will tell you what type of Pokemon have come to you. So if you're a light sleep, there's like Pokemon that come in different stages. So if you're like a deep sleeper, then, certain Pokemon will show up. Light, restless sleeping. There are other different types of Pokemon will come and visit.
If I want to get all the Pokemon, I have to sleep in different ways?
Yes.
Or at least make the game think I do?
Yes. Which is the other thing, is the fact that there was a thing while I was playing this that came down. I guess there was like some crazy cheating going on, which this is a single player game. There is no PvP in this game. So
can you transfer things from this game to Pokemon Home?
I do not believe so. I don't even know.
That would explain any sort of cheating.
Well, I'd have to, no, I don't want to go to a different, because it's a new day and they're like, okay, time to pick a new research site. I just want to look at my Pokemon.
Apparently you're not allowed.
No, I have to pick a new frickin' location to move to. You won't get any effects from the Halloween thing. That's fine. fine. I don't care. I just want to go to my Pokemon. So you also don't catch the Pokemon? The Pokemon wake up and then you feed them Pokeball-shaped cookies.
Aww.
And once
That's kind of cute.
Once they have, each cookie gives you like X number of little bars to fill in. So different Pokemon have different number of bars that you have to fill. And once that bar is filled, then they become your friend. And then you can use that Pokemon. You can only use 5 Pokemon at a time.
What are you using these Pokemon for?
Well, some Pokemon can collect berries, which you use to feed your Snorlax to power him up.
What does your Snorlax powers matter?
Well,
all he's doing is sleeping.
The greater the Snorlax power, the more Pokemon that can show up, and the rarer Pokemon that can show up. I.e., more shinies and that sort of stuff. All right, let's look at my
shinies that are locked into Pokemon Home because you can't actually transfer them anywhere.
Well, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing if I can transfer these guys anywhere. Sleep style Dex. Here we go. No, not the Dex. I need my actual Pokemon.
Pokemon Sleep does not yet have Pokemon Home compatibility.
Okay, so there's your answer. So yeah, people are cheating on a sleeping game in order to try
by faking sleep?
Yes, there were some people who were able to put 200 hours of sleep in, which is physically impossible unless you're a time traveler. Because that stuff doesn't work. So there's a lot of people who were messing, because you don't have to. You can use your phone as your sleep measuring device, or a Pokemon Go Plus, or I was using my Pixel Watch, because it will link to Google Fit. So I didn't even actually have to do anything different, because I'm already tracking my sleep with the Sleep for Android app, and Pokemon just pulled that data for my sleep data.
So what are you doing with your sleep data now that you've collected it?
Not much.
Okay.
Like me personally, not much.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things to look at it, go okay, did I, how did I actually sleep?
What's more effective than that?
What?
Asking yourself if you feel tired.
Well, it's one of those things where I was kind of going, okay, I woke up. I could see that I woke up this morning. I woke up at 4. I can see that on my sleep list here.
Okay.
But part of me was like, okay, how long did I toss and turn before I fell back asleep again? And I can see that data right there. So it's like, okay, I'm just curious to see. Really? You told me you thought I was sleeping while I'm sitting here? Ugh.
It doesn't sound like it's all that accurate.
Well, yeah. I have it set to automatically, after my phone goes into do not disturb mode at 1 o'clock, it will
fast.
Yes. If I'm not really moving, it will go into automatic sleep logging mode.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you still haven't answered how people are spending money on this.
Well, first off, the number of biscuits that you get to give to these Pokemon is not a lot. So you can get some sleep points that you can go to the store and buy more biscuits to feed the Pokemon.
Sounds like a great way to separate people from their money.
Yes. I'm going to the Pokemon Sleep store right now. There's a Sleep Pass, which gets you more points, and you get an extra biscuit, extra bonus sleep points. You can exchange these points for different things, and there's a premium exchange as well.
Do you use the base currency for the premium exchange, or do you have to get premium currency?
There's a premium currency as well that you have to collect. Dream Shards, I do believe, is that what the premium currency is called.
Gross.
Yeah. So you get these things, and then you're like, oh, I'd love to catch that Pokemon. I've got a Snorlax here that I would love to catch, but I do not have enough biscuits to catch him. So if I wanted to catch him, I would have to buy more biscuits.
You have to buy the biscuits.
So I could either use the whatever the coins are, or 4,000 coins for a master biscuit, 150 coins for a regular Poke biscuit, and there's also incense to help collect stuff, and then there's also ingredients, because you can also you can make a meal, you can make a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for your Snorlax with ingredients that have been collected by your Pokemon to try and increase the Snorlax's power as well. So there's bonuses on there that you can buy as well. You can also, upgrade and evolve your Pokemon, but that also, includes things like buying the Moonstone. And there's also because you can't trade with anybody, there's a linking cord that you can buy to evolve those Pokemon that normally evolve by trading. So yeah, there's all the classic Pokemon Go sort of purchase bundles available, but there's no PvP aspect at all. So I don't I don't get it. I feel like I'm not going to be playing this game.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's really gripping.
It's a very slow game, which, of course, you're talking about sleep.
You have to play while you sleep.
Yes, you have to sleep, and you have to sleep well in order to get stuff in this game. And I think it's to get a max score, you have to sleep for over 8.5 hours.
You have kids.
Yeah.
This is not a game for people who have kids.
No.
This is a game for kids.
Yeah, I could see that. But the amount of min and maxing out there, and then, okay, do I want to get this Snorlax? There's different types of personalities for your Pokemon. So different personalities gets bonuses for doing different things, but not all of the, So you have to find a good Pokemon with a good personality as well in order to get...
very much like the game.
Yeah. But
they aren't called personalities in the game, though. They're called natures. Are they personalities in Pokemon Sleep?
Hold on. I'm pulling up one of my Pokemon right now. Let me look at my Pikachu, because of course the first one you get is a Pikachu.
Of course it is.
Nature is timid.
Yep, so they're natures.
Yep, so you get your natures, and then you get your main skill, and there's also sub-skills that you could also get.
Yep, and IVs and EVs and all the fantastic minutia of Pokemon battling.
But there's no battles, so...
But there's no battles.
Yes, so you want to, look for a nature, if this Pokemon is a ingredient getter, then you want to find a nature that helps it with, ingredient collection.
Oh, that's what they did for the natures. Okay.
So
in the game, the natures control which stats grow faster and slower.
No, the natures here give you bonuses for one of basically the 3 types of things on there. And there's also, different main skills and sub skills available, which you have to evolve and level up your Pokemon and even to unlock. And it's
gross.
Yeah.
Does not sound like something I'm going to play.
No, but I could see how quickly people could spend money on this, especially if they're not sleeping well. Because
spending the money is going to make you sleep better.
Well, if you're not sleeping well, sleeping is the main way to get things in the game. And if you're not sleeping well, then you're going to pay for
sleep better.
Yeah, you're going to pay for the incense. You're going to pay for the more of the pokey cookies.
I hate
biscuits.
I hate that a lot. I hate that game. That is so bad.
So, yep.
Okay.
Pokemon Sleep. I tried it out, so you didn't have to, and I
appreciate it.
Yep. Nope. I'm probably going to uninstall it once I'm done here. So
cool. Random topic.
Rolled ahead of time.
As always.
Yep. No screens.
Okay.
As, phones, TVs, etc. No computer games.
Well, that would be very difficult without a screen.
Yes. How will Dave babysit a 5-year-old?
I mean, I did this like 3 weeks ago. Although I did have screens. I had screens for that one, and that was a non-insignificant part. We sat and watched the first 2 episodes of Pokemon. We watched the Super Mario Brothers movie. But we also sat and played with blocks. We read. We walked down to the park and took Lazarus for his walk. Yeah. So that...
Yeah, no, Megan, I spent about an hour tonight just with some Legos. I got a pink Jeep type off-brand Lego kit. That I'm building for her because it's pink and it's a vehicle, and she likes playing with my Lego vehicles. So I'm like, hey, look, this one's pink.
5 years old, also probably perler beads.
Maybe. No, yeah, because Megan's done some necklaces, so perler beads could work.
Yeah.
Is there a way to fix perler beads? We did some at a Halloween party, and Megan did like this multicolored dolphin, but it's cupped on the melted side.
Oh. And you're asking, is there a way to fix it?
Yeah.
Yes-ish.
If not, that's fine. I'm fine with.
I mean, so if you heat up the side that melted, not to the point of melting it, but just getting it a little warmer, flip it over, melt the other side, and then put something heavy on it.
Oh, some wax paper or parchment paper, and just put it in between a couple of big books.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
But you're going to want to heat it up again so that it can change its form.
Yes.
Generally, this is why a lot of furler artists will melt both sides, not to the point where like the beads fill in. You tape the set, you poke holes in the tape so that you don't create little bombs. You flip it over, you put parchment paper down, you melt it just enough for it to start sticking together. You flip it over, you take off the tape, you melt it down as far as you want.
I'm just happy with my little orange Pac-Man ghost.
Sure.
You know, there's nothing like a grown man sitting there at a kid's Halloween party.
Oh, and Andy, at our experts group meeting, we did the extra hour, because it's the experts group meeting, XGM, and it was our extra hour, the X. And I was one of the people running the Perler station, and it was filled the whole night.
I don't doubt it.
These are not just like adults, these are professionals at a professional event sitting working on Perlers.
No, I saw some Mario, I saw some Sonic, I saw some Pikachu. I did a Pac-Man ghost because there was a whole lot of orange, and I'm like, what's a good orange thing?
Pac-Man Ghost.
Pac-Man ghost.
That's Clyde?
I don't know. It's the orange one.
I believe that's Clyde.
Okay. I also tried to make him go around, and then I was doing the Pac-Man noise, and I'm like, that's not the noise the ghost makes.
The ghosts don't make a noise.
The ghosts don't.
The orange ghost is Clyde.
Inky, Blinky,
Clyde.
Pinky,
Clyde.
and Clyde.
Yeah.
But Clyde got replaced with Sue, right?
In Miss Pac-Man.
In Miss Pac-Man.
Yes.
Okay, do I get points for that at least?
You do.
Okay.
I will grant you points. I'm trying to remember what Clyde's AI was in the original Pac-Man. Most behaviors. Clyde chases directly after Pac-Man, but tries to head to his scatter corner when within an 8-dot radius of Pac-Man. So he chases Pac-Man, but if he gets within 8 dots, he tries to go to the lower left corner, which can take him through Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Oh no. There's another ghost in Pac-Man arrangement. Blinky, Inky, Pinky, Clyde, and Kinky.
Oh no.
That's a bad call.
Oh, Kinky Ghost.
Kinky Ghost. I think that's it, Andy.
Yep, nope, I'm gonna call it there. That's a wrap. This has been another episode of the Random Access Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, suggestions, remarks, reviews, rebukes, retorts, or just rants, feel free to contact us. You can find us on Twitter at RAPodcast, or send us an email at mail@rapodcast.net. Thank you for listening.